Over the last 20 years, 90% of the world's orangutan habitat has been destroyed. The orangutan population has more than halved in the last 40 years and is now critically endangered. This woman has saved thousands of wild orangutans, raised them and released them back into the wild. Camp Leakey is deep in the jungle of Tanjung Puting National Park. This is the place where orphaned babies, sick and hurt orangutans can heal. These orphans are very different from wild orangutans. Without their mothers, they're very fragile and malnourished.
The babies are too small to go back to the wild. They lack the skills, so this jungle school teaches them the skills that they will need to go back to the wild.
It's a real jungle where orangutans prepare for real life. When the orphans are 7 or 8 years old, Birute and her staff decide which ones are ready to live on their own. Apparently, quite a few of the orangutans every once in a while venture back to the camp to visit Dr. Birute and the volunteers. And some orangutans apparently never learn to fend for themselves, and for that reason, they can never leave the care center and the staff. It's been almost 50 years since Dr. Birute Galdikas is living among nature. She came to Borneo to study wild orangutans in 1971 and established the Orangutan Rehabilitation Program, which has returned hundreds of ex-captive orangutans into the wild. Dr. Galdikas is one of the so-called trimates. It is a name given to 3 amazing women who studied wild apes. Jane Goodall studied chimpanzees, Diane Fossey studied gorillas, and Birute Galdikas devoted her life to studying orangutans.
I was initially drawn to them by their eyes. When they look at you, it's as though they're penetrating, their eyes are penetrating to the very base of your soul. So where do the orangutans come from? Well, they're mainly confiscated from people who have them as pets or just have them in captivity. We persuaded dozens of people to turn their orangutans over to us. We would say, we know you love your orangutan. Don't you want your orangutan to grow up, find a mate, and have his or her own children? Many local people were amenable to that argument.
And Dr. Birute and her staff not only save these amazing apes, but also fight for their natural habitats, because her nonprofit organization is saving the national park where the orangutans live.
The main threat is the vast expansion of palm oil estates, palm oil plantations. One of the best things that you can do for orangutans is recycle paper.
Volunteers patrol more than 1 million acres of forest habitat to prevent illegal logging, mining, poaching. Thanks to Dr. Galdikas and her volunteers, Camp Leakey is the world's largest surviving wild orangutan habitat. If you want to help Dr. Galdikas to protect even more wild orangutans, share this video and spread the word.